Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. It's episode 272. I'm Joe.
I'm Lauren.
And this is our friend Annabel.
Woo!
Annabel, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
We're happy to have you. First things first, tell us a little bit about yourself. Anything you want to tell us.
That is broad as hell.
I know.
Well, okay, give us like 3 things. If you're meeting somebody new for the first time, what are like 3 things you tell them about yourself?
Okay.
Besides your name.
Hi, my name is. Yeah.
My name is Annabel. You can call me Annie.
I was going to ask that.
Say,
We were going to get there.
You can call me Annie. Nobody calls me that here.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm 23 years old tomorrow.
Happy early birthday.
Shit.
Thank you. I'm from Atlanta.
Ow.
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
What other?
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
No accent.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Real.
That's the Annie. She's my alter ego. My
Southern Annie.
my
Southern Annie.
Sweet Southern Annie. Anyway.
Wow, that was good.
That's crazy. Whoa. I thought you were
That
so
was
northern.
Crazy.
This is blowing my mind. When you said Georgia, I was like, damn.
No, the Southern girl can come
Yeah,
out
you look like you're
sometimes.
from Michigan.
What does that mean?
It's the first place I thought of. You know why I thought of that? Because the car that I parked next to in your parking lot, they're from Michigan.
Oh, so that was the first state.
It was the first state I thought of. I was like, Northern State.
I fear I
Michigan.
would die in Michigan. I can't do cold.
Really?
Wow.
Dang. Yeah, I can't. I'm not
I
going to go
love the
very
cold.
north.
No, like 60 degrees and lower.
Like today was chilly.
Yeah.
For you.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
I sat in bed all day.
That's lucky ass.
Yeah.
I was just crying by the window. It's like raining. I'm like,
I was at one point, I was at work today, and I was like waiting for somebody to come down the hill. And somebody was standing behind me, and they were like, "It looks like you're waiting for your husband to return from war."
I use that all the time. I think it's
And I was like, "Yeah,
so
with the rain
funny.
falling, it was
Yeah.
so magical."
Aw. So okay, continue. Sorry, we
Yeah.
just
No.
Tangent.
What else about me? My job in high school was working in movies.
Working
in movies like
Yeah.
you're an actress.
Yeah, well, I was an actress in the loosest of terms. I was a background actor.
What?
Yeah.
That was
In
like
what?
your job.
That was
Have
my
we
job.
seen you in anything?
Oh yeah, because you're in
Probably.
Georgia.
Yeah, I'm from
Duh.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I would do the same thing.
I've been in Spider-Man. I've been in
Wait.
Shazam.
Which Spider-Man?
The last one. Far From Home.
No, No Way Home is the last one.
That one.
You are the
The one with
coolest
Tobey
person.
Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Yes, I did not meet them.
Did you see them?
But you were in the background.
did
You were
of them?
in the
You were
vicinity.
in. You were in
You
the background of them.
broke-
I was in
Broke
the
their
background
air.
of Tom Holland and Zendaya.
You breathed their
You
breath.
breathed
Breathed
their
their air.
exhale,
Not theirs, but yeah.
but still.
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. You met
Wow.
Zendaya? Did you say
I didn't meet her, but I was in the same
You
room
saw
as her. Yes.
Zendaya in person?
Yes. We've definitely talked about.
I don't think
before.
we have, because you're talking to 2 of the biggest Spider-Man fans right
I'm
here.
shitting myself right now.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
Actively.
my
You know,
god!
it's a
Actively, like I'm
scene
sorry, you
at-
guys.
He's got Zendaya in his arms and they're swinging to the lamppost and there's people around him.
That's the beginning of the movie.
I am in there.
You're in the crowd?
Yeah.
Pull the movie right now. Stop the podcast.
Can
Pull
you
the movie.
see yourself, or is it like very like you just know you're
usually
in?
if you see the little blonde head in the foreground, that's me.
There's a little blonde head in the foreground.
You're in the foreground.
Yeah. You're not a
Give me
background
my
actor.
remote. I'm pulling this shit
I'm a
up.
background actor.
You're not a background actor. You're a foreground
Foreground
actor.
Exactly.
That's because they put you in the background. You
I
just
do
get
a
lost.
lot of-
You said you're how tall? Yeah, you get lost in the background.
Yeah. I do a lot of most of the like casting calls I get are for high school
Well,
because they don't hire high school students. They hire like
Right.
that
Right.
look like they're 14.
Dude, my mind
Yeah.
is so freaking
You fit the
blown
bill
right
there.
now.
That's crazy.
Why didn't you start with that when you walked in the door? I was like, "How you been?"
My God.
I didn't know this about you. This
I
is
feel
so
like
cool.
I tell a lot of people.
What
it
else?
was on my CP board at work and read about me.
Awkward. I don't work with you anymore, so
You get a pass.
I see you once in a blue moon.
You get a pass.
So thanks.
Yeah, your name is still up there too. So,
Yeah.
So what else? What else is up?
Yeah, what else have you been
have
in?
you been in?
How famous are you?
Not famous. Don't have an IMDb.
Damn.
We'll make one. Can
Wow.
we? Is it like Wikipedia? Can you edit your own
no,
IMDb?
There's background actors who have some like that are like really into it.
I'll
that
bet
do
you any
it as,
money.
like-
My gym.
I know he doesn't watch this. I'll bet you any money Tyler has one.
Oh, for
I
sure.
bet.
My middle school 7th grade gym teacher
Had
was
an IMDb.
no, but she
Oh.
was a background on Jaws 2. And she made sure
Didn't, like,
everyone
nobody
know
watch
that.
that?
Yeah. I don't even think it was in theaters.
Yeah, it's like the worst of
she-
the Jaws movies.
She made sure everyone knew that. And she looks like a non-plastic surgery version of Dolly Parton. Like she's like old but still like taut and like her hair bleached out. And she goes, "Hi class, guess what I was in?" And we're like, what? We're trying to do gym class and also not do schoolwork right now. So what is happening? She's crazy. Anyway, continue. What else were you in?
I was in Shazam. And
Superhero movies exclusively?
Were you in
or-
Wonder Woman?
No, it was just Marvel films. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
In Atlanta,
in
yeah.
Atlanta.
You were in WandaVision, did you just say?
I was in Westview.
You were in WandaVision.
I was in Westview, and so was my dad. My dad's the one that got me into it.
Now that sounds familiar. That I think you've told me
Yeah,
about.
because
That's
my
cool.
dad was an agent of SWORD.
Shield. Oh, sword by that point, yeah.
And he's got his little like ID card that he had like lapel.
I
And I have a box in my house at home, and it's got all of my I steal all the things from set, and so
I mean,
have
you
his,
have to.
Yeah, no, and I have his little ID card from WandaVision, and it's got his picture on it. It's got his
Crazy.
name.
Where do you live?
What's your address?
What's your address and where is said box?
Yeah, where could I find the box if we were to break into your house?
Yeah.
That is the coolest. Can we see you in WandaVision?
Probably. I was a citizen. I don't really go back and watch. Somewhere I've got
Oh,
clips of
I don't
them.
watch my movies
No,
or
I
my
really
TV
don't.
shows.
Wow.
Who else does? Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't watch his
Because I'm
things.
not like in them. I'm just.
Yeah, but that's why.
You're in them.
Like, if I was actually like acting, I would be embarrassed. Like, you know how I never rewatch like presentations or anything like that.
You know what I never rewatch? The podcast.
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah, when you ask me to like edit stuff, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Can't-
myself
yeah.
talking.
Listening to myself talk
But
is
if
the
I
worst
knew
thing,
I was
yeah.
just like walking by, I'd be like, there I am.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
there's a couple that it's fun to be like, oh my gosh.
That's so
One time I was
cool.
walking by texting on my.
In WandaVision?
that
No, you
was
couldn't have been in
That was in
WandaVision.
Shazam.
I've never seen Shazam. I'm going to be honest,
I
but I'm
have-
gonna watch
you're
it now.
So cool. You're so cool.
And be like,
I'm-
that's my famous friend Annabel right there.
Yeah. I have a list somewhere on my phone of like all the celebrities that I've
You've
Yes.
breathed their breath.
breathed their breath.
I would. I'd totally
Oh my
make
God,
a count
yeah.
of that. Your lungs are high quality right
How
now.
long is that? How many movies? Ballpark.
Because those are like the big ones I've done, but there's been a lot of smaller that nobody's heard of. Like my best friend's exorcist.
That sounds like a fun
That's
movie. No,
such
I've
a
never heard
funny,
of it.
Yeah.
Like,
This-
I got my start at.
My best
That was
friend's
the first one I
exorcism.
ever did, and like an indie movie. And actually, wait, that they used that one. They used Spider-Man to bribe people to do this. They're
What do you
like,
mean?
we can guarantee you a call for Spider-Man. So we all did it so that we could also do Spider-Man.
Duh. Do you go back ever for any? Like, do you still?
No, not right now. Yeah,
Mm.
I actually was gonna look for some down here.
I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
It's
Well, they
really
probably do at
easy money.
Universal. 'Cause
Oh
they
yeah.
film at Universal.
You're right.
Because
Yeah.
it's a full studio. Or yeah.
That's crazy.
There's one where I was in like a downstage. That was really.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh,
right
I
now.
did a
Yeah.
Tyler Perry one where we went to his downstage in Atlanta. I was on like a fake airplane. He has like an actual airplane that doesn't fly. It's just there to film.
What?
This is blowing my
I
mind.
dated
Why
a girl
did you
once
stop?
who was
Why
an
are
extra.
you here? Like,
Yeah.
go.
Why did you? You could have been famous.
Do
you were
wanna
in
be
No Way
Do you
Home.
want to be in acting?
No,
You just doing that?
I literally just did it. It was a good way.
Do they pay you?
You make good money.
How much, if you don't mind?
No, yeah. We would get usually scheduled for 8 hours a day, and rates would usually like 20 to 150 8 hours, and then anything over that is time and a half. Then you get fed all day. You get like,
Hey,
Damn,
forget the money.
That's all you
free
need.
food,
You get-
not free. Yeah, free food.
honestly,
Sign me
a lot
up.
of people. Oh my gosh! Wait, the best one I ever did was Family. I was.
You
on,
were on Family
yes,
Feud.
Secret. The audience of Family Feud is not real audience. Their background.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They pay you to be there.
Yeah.
That's
So you had to like shout out the
crazy.
answers.
No, not like the contestants, but like the people.
No.
that
I
sit.
mean, like you had
Oh,
to like when
yeah.
they're revealing the answers that
No,
nobody
yeah,
guessed. You're
we
like,
did that.
ah,
Oh,
screwdriver.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we
Your
would.
mom. Ah!
No, it was funny because we would film, and after they filmed an episode, they would pull us all to the side with like mics in front of us, and they would have us repeat the answers that we get good audio for. You could hear it. But I have one of Steve Harvey's little cards. Little question cards. That was the thing I stole from. That was one of. his
That's
little,
so
Oh my
cool.
his
God.
little question card.
What
Those in the
question?
box.
Do you remember?
Remember?
Wow.
What do you say to your mom when
You just did. That was a really good Steve Harvey. What the heck?
it. Sit on it. I watch
hidden
Family
talent
Feud
right
all
there.
the time. I
That's crazy. Wow. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I thought up until probably this very moment that those cards were blank,
Mm.
and they're just like
No,
something
they're
that you
not.
hold. Wow.
Next time my parents come up, box.
Yeah. That
Dude,
is
yeah, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Has
So-
your dad been in any more besides WandaVision with
He's
you?
done. Yeah, he's.
And you're like, oh yeah, my dad's like hung out with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. My dad is Spider-Man, actually.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, did you know?
Yeah. I wish. I'd get your dad on this right now.
Seriously, the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, that man can talk your ear off about some
Really?
That's great.
What's your dad's name?
David.
I feel like Davids are normally reserved. That's interesting.
Yeah, my brother doesn't like to talk
Your
at
brother's
all.
a David?
Yeah.
Interesting. I have
Which
an
is funny because he
I have
did the
an Uncle
podcast
David.
for an extended period of time, but he hates talking.
Intriguing.
Yeah. Wow, I feel like every question I ask now is going to be fucking
No, so you
useless.
had the coolest. So was that your only job in high school? Did you do anything before? Did you do anything else?
Ref soccer. I was a
Mhm.
lifeguard.
Wasn't
The
everybody.
usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The usual stuff. But that was like my fun.
Yeah. Did you have any cool jobs in high school, or did you do generic like work at
I don't
McDonald's
know that I
or whatever?
worked in high school.
Well, okay. Well, some people are lucky, I guess.
No, my like senior year of high school, I got a job at a restaurant. I was a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 5-star restaurant, like the most like well-known, popular 5-star restaurant in Buffalo.
Okay, flex.
Yeah, fancy steak restaurant. I mean, like this guy's like so popular in
Were
the
you
Buffalo area
like
that
a hostess or a server? Or
no,
what?
I was a dishwasher.
Oh,
I was the fucking rat.
but
in the
they
back.
were like gold plates, and you
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah, no, like this guy's so like wealthy and famous in Buffalo that like you step off a plane at the airport and he's the first face you see.
oh,
Like he's got a
come
billboard.
by.
Yeah.
Wow.
Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More.
Oh,
Yeah, Russell
Michelin?
Salvatore is his name.
He's
Golden
star.
Star.
Yeah.
Really?
I think might be.
Damn.
I mean,
That's
it's like
impressive.
it's hoity-toity
Yeah.
as far as hoity-toity goes.
Witty. Mhm. The
But yeah, I
twittiest.
was a dishwasher. Hated it. Stopped showing up one day. Sucked. Worst
That's
job. I got
crazy.
stitches because of that job. Cut myself on a piece of
Damn.
broken glass.
Damn.
Yep.
That's tough.
They gave me the day off though, but they expected me to work on my birthday, and I was like, that's not happening. So I didn't go.
Valid.
Do you work on your birthday now?
No. I've never
Oh.
worked once. I'm 28 years old. I've never worked a day. I've never worked a year on my birthday.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
That's
I refuse.
Really
there's two.
hard to do.
There's 2 times a year I will never work. My birthday
Christmas.
and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't pay me enough money. And I know that like when I say that, people are like, "You're fucked." There's always enough money to buy you something. No,
That's
I will never work on my birthday. I will never
crazy.
work on Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah, they're too important to me.
Mm.
I broke
Mhm.
my foot one day on my birthday.
Like,
Broke?
yeah, like broke.
Broke, or like broke a pinky.
It was one of my
You have bolts and stitches and things.
no,
One of your
there.
tarsals.
Because
Because these are carpals. Those are tarsals. Am I right? Anybody know
Carpal-
bones?
Carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Anyway, I broke one of those in
Wow.
a soccer game.
What I was gonna say when we were talking about background actors, I dated a girl once who she was a background actor in Paper Towns.
Mm-hmm.
And you like the scene. She's been in a few movies. I think she was in one recently. I don't remember the name of it though. But you can see her like clear as day in Paper Towns. There's a scene where they're like
Wow.
walking through the hallway of the school, and she's at a locker, and I mean clear as day. There
Yeah.
she is. And I was like,
There she.
that's Natalie. That's crazy.
I want to do that so bad. And my dad will sometimes like when Wonder Woman 2, whatever it was called, was coming out, my dad sent me the casting
1984?
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, you should do it because it was up in DC. A lot of it
Oh,
was
yeah,
filmed
yeah,
in
yeah.
DC, and I'm from DC. So my dad was like, you should fly up and do it. I was like,
Wait a second. Have you always lived in like that area?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that you could have been in Night at the Museum?
yeah,
That's great.
I know.
That would have been freaking awesome.
Yeah, I love Night
That's
at the Museum
almost
too.
up there with Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's like one of my favorite
Dude, the
movies.
Easter Island head.
Yeah.
Me and him were tight.
Yeah. When I went to DC after that movie came out, I went to what's it called? The Smithsonian. and
Bummed.
they like had all their displays of like things that were in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Like seeing the stuff labeled as this was in the movie, not at the museum. I'm like,
That's cool.
But it's from the second one.
Third one was Battle of the Smithsonian, I think. Second one, you might be right. I think there's 4 movies.
There's the first one.
You've only seen the first one?
Only seen the first one.
The first one's
That's
in
okay.
New York.
First one takes place in New York at the museum in New York.
Natural history.
Museum of Natural
The
History. Yeah.
museum in New York.
Yeah, that
The other
museum.
one happens
that one.
in the whole mall. I mean, they go throughout.
They do go.
They go
It's not
into the
just-
Air and Space
yeah.
Museum. That's how you get
Oh.
Amelia Earhart
Yeah.
and everything. Man,
Amelia Earhart played by Amy Adams. By
I'm
the way.
about to watch that movie tonight. That's a banging
Great movie, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
And the
sorry.
third one is when they go to London, and Hugh Jackman's in it.
I don't even think I realized.
I don't know that I've seen the third
It's
one.
it's really not that
I
great.
didn't know it even existed. Hugh Jackman's in it.
Hugh Jackman's in it.
Then
Yeah,
I'm
they
about to
like
watch that shit.
Hugh Jackman's in it, and he's like performing. What's that? The theater. It's like the West End. He's
Oh,
performing
yeah.
it. He's like doing a play, and thank you. He's doing a play, and they like crash the play,
For
and
sure.
they're like on stage, and he is like, they're like freaking out, and then he like Wolverines on them. It's like a fun little cameo. It's like, yeah, it was cute, but it's like it's not that great. Cool. Well,
Well,
let's get some hard hitting
yeah,
questions
damn.
here.
I was about to say, I was like, I did not work cool jobs.
What's your biggest fear?
my biggest fear.
Whoa.
Yeah, biggest fear.
That's
This is
aggressive.
Silly one.
Okay.
Bats.
All bats.
All bats.
So
Your
like
biggest fear.
Biggest fear.
Like-
we were walking around.
like your biggest.
Yeah, no,
like-
like if I see
Like
one, I
you
start-
choose death over bats. You're not
No,
afraid of
because,
death.
Like if I see one, I will start crying.
Oh my god.
Terrified of them. I tell people on my safari, like I say, I'm terrified of bats.
You're like, go on Asia
Yeah.
Trail,
Yeah.
but avoid it at all
I
costs.
do. I literally tell them there's a way to avoid them.
There is a way to avoid them.
Yeah, and that's lame. The
Those bats are like the
cool.
best. The bigger the bat, the cooler the bat.
Yes.
Those bats are not as bad because I'm not afraid of the bats. I'm terrified of rabies.
Yeah, but like those are
Um,
fruit bats.
Yes, but they're
So like vampire bats
asked.
probably freak you out.
yeah, like
I
little.
think those
Like
are-
the swarm of bats, like the idea of like a swarm of them
Yeah.
or something. Like if you were in a cave and they all just like
oh my god, I would lose it.
reached out.
I would lose my shit.
Interesting.
Like
I was
think
born
I
in
know,
the
like
darkness.
it's funny that I made that reference earlier. They're like, you a million.
So like, can you
adopted
like
by-"
if you like watch? I mean, if you watch Batman, like
No,
the
that's
bat
okay.
scene.
No,
You can
that's-
see
Okay.
bats
Yeah.
on television. It's more of encountering in real life.
Yes, I don't want to be.
Have
in
you
their
ever
presence.
seen
Aren't there a
a
lot of
bat?
bats in Atlanta?
There is a lot of bats.
Yeah,
in
I'm like, there's a lot of bats in Buffalo. There's got to be a lot of bats in Atlanta.
I, funnily enough, used to work with bats at a wildlife center.
You worked like directly with, and how did
I
you
have
manage
fed-
that?
I
Is
have-
that where your fear started, or
No, I don't know where that fear of rabies, because it started with the rabies,
Right.
And then rabies in Georgia are the leading, like bats are the leading cause of rabies in Georgia.
yeah? I was like, rabies are the leading cause of what in
Rabies is
Georgia?
the
Oh my
leading
god!
cause of rabies.
This is why I don't do those movie premieres or movie things.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But yeah, and then I found that out, and
Yeah, but you know how like common it is to get bit by a bat? Like super not. I know that's not how English works, but like super uncommon. It like never happens. Like you're more likely to get rabies from a dog.
how common is it to fall out of an airplane? I don't know. People are still afraid of
Lately,
airplanes.
pretty common.
But yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
saying.
I know.
Risky, that's risky.
I keep
Maybe
seeing them
pick
everywhere.
anything else.
Yeah, you might have better odds thinking of something else.
Um,
Dang, interesting.
No, but irrationally bats, but like rationally heights, maybe.
I would argue. I think heights like qualifies as one of those irrational ones.
Really?
Yeah, heights is one of those because I'm also terrified of heights.
Yeah.
Heights is one of
Like,
those things that I think is
babies.
technically an irrational fear because, like, there's nothing. Like unless you're exposed at that high,
Yeah.
up, like there's nothing to be afraid of.
Like,
But like I look out a tall window, I freak out.
No, yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you go skydiving.
Oh
No,
no!
not a
You
chance.
I would choose. I would
Baby.
choose death
Not
over
a- I
skydiving.
would- Me
Skydiving's
too.
fun.
Skydiving's likely to end in death.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Crazy.
Not for me, dog.
No, not for
I
me.
don't know
Couldn't do
if
it.
I'll do it again. I might do it one more time in my
No
life.
shot.
Would
But-
you bungee jump?
Yeah. Yeah. It depends where though. Like if I'm gonna so
like in
when,
a sketchy bridge in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, like when I went skydiving, we did it just in Virginia, like in farmland, so the view wasn't really cool. It was just
flat.
farms, and it was just like you could literally see like all the patches of like land. So I was like, meh. Like
you can see that on a plane too. Hate planes.
I love planes.
I'm okay with planes. Surprisingly
I've flown 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm done. I need a timeout. It's enough. But
Wow.
I love planes. I love flying. You don't like flying either?
I'm okay with flying. I think of the
Just don't
Jello
look at-
thing.
The
Like
what?
the whole
Yeah,
Jello
the
thing
whole,
where
like,
it's like
Jell-O theory.
turbulence is just your
Jell-O
plane is in
moving.
Jello.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I
I
think
You
didn't
haven't
know
heard that before?
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah, they
it's me.
say that
I
like
just
when you're flying,
take it on and just assume
the,
I'm dying.
the air around the plane is like Jello, and
not
you're
going
a
anywhere.
piece of
You're stuck.
fruit in the Jello.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when the Jello wiggles, the fruit wiggles too, but
Right.
the fruit's not going anywhere.
Right.
Jello theory.
Jello theory.
Interesting. I did not know. I genuinely assumed. I was like, oh man, this is how I end, I guess. Whatever.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the end.
Yep.
Interesting.
Wild.
I flew in when I flew 3 times ago, 2 times ago. Okay, one of the earlier flights I took this past month. There was a thunderstorm as I was landing, and I saw lightning strike out my window, like in the clouds. I was
That's pretty
like,
cool.
"Whoa!" It was the coolest thing because I'd never seen lightning that high up. So
Yeah.
it like was going between and like illuminated all the
That's
clouds,
terrifying.
That's
and I was
sick.
like, "Wow,
Yeah,
this is
definitely
really cool, but I'm-
terrifying, but also
I
really
know
cool.
because in my head I was like,
It'd be
"That was
cool
so
to-
cool," and I'm
You're
like,
like, oh, that could strike the plane,
in my
plane,
dream,
and
I'm
I'm
just
dead.
gonna
Like
tighten
it,
this
like-
a
you'd
little
be
bit
dead, but
more.
at least it's like a cool thing to see before you die.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just like, turn the fan
like
on.
whoa.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. You wanna take a question?
I don't have a question.
You want the phone?
Yeah, give me a phone.
Just guest questions.
Oh.
Pick any of them.
I deleted them all.
No, you didn't. Did you actually? What did you do?
As soon as you handed it to me, they just wiped.
What happened? If they're actually gone, I
Um,
will cry a little bit.
All right, here's my. Do you have a spirit animal? Like an animal, not that you want to be, but like an animal that like if people were to ask would
Resonates
say,
with you?
yeah, like resonates you, or what like people would. Well, no, I just asked one, so you
Good
dumbass.
question.
Or like what people would say like reminds you, like reminds them of you. Did I say that right? I don't know.
They called me a chihuahua one time.
That tracks.
Okay, now what other people think your spirit animal are is what do you think
What
it
do I
is?
think it is?
Do you have an answer for this, Joe?
Yeah. let me
My
hear what you
spirit?
would
No.
say.
I don't know.
My
What would
spirit
you say?
animal. Nope.
When I take the like Patronus quiz for like Harry Potter,
I think I
it's-
got like an otter or something.
I'm a calico cat. And I kind of see that,
Yeah.
but also I don't want to be basic because I have cats and I'm obsessed with cats. So
Yeah.
that's like, there's that. So I don't know what my actual spirit animal would be.
I don't even know how one decides. Like you just like you look at an animal and you go, that
You're like, yeah,
feels like
that's right.
me. I can't like. It's an animal. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let me
My
think.
brain doesn't work that
I
way.
know.
I have to think about
I'm pretty
it.
sure my Patronus test said that I was an otter.
I think mine said I was a weasel, and I don't know if I resonate with that very much.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Because I wonder what that says about somebody.
So like for my
Like
family,
if somebody says eagle, they obviously think that they're the coolest shit on earth.
right,
Yeah.
right. Which is why I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a lion. That was horrifying. I hope the
That was
mic
almost as
picked
good as
that
your
up.
Steve Harvey.
Oh my god, this is just full of
Like,
random.
"Eagle here? What the
Yeah,
hell?"
like whoa, that was crazy. Well, my dad's Patronus was an elephant, and my
Ooh.
mom's was a stallion, and my brother
That's
was a
badass.
hedgehog, and my
Oh.
other brother was a squirrel.
Woof. That's rough.
Yeah. No, but it
Thanks.
like it matched them really
makes
well.
sense.
Like it made sense for like my whole family. But I don't know, cat is so boring for me.
I feel like I would also say some kind of cat.
Mhm.
That
Like,
is
not
the
necessarily,
most
like-
fitting thing for you.
Not necessarily like.
But
a
is
house
it
cat.
because I'm a cat person?
Yes.
See that?
Have you
You
heard
give
the thing where
cat
it's like
energy.
people look
Thanks.
like their cats, or like people
Yeah.
look like their pets?
I'm not black, so I can't say that I look like my cats. But you know.
What the heck? This took a weird turn, didn't it?
No, but yeah, no, people always like look like their pets, and I feel like my thing with my cats is more of like my personality is them split in half, like the crazy one and then the kind of more tame, shy one. I can see myself in both of them, but like not entirely one of them, if that makes sense.
Right.
Do you see yourself in your pets?
No. Not at all.
I
Darwin is absolutely insane.
Darwin's dumb.
And Vega is very shy,
Yeah.
which I am also not.
Right.
Like Darwin's like a huge people person. Not me.
Right.
Vega, fuck that. She was like, "There's people, no way." I'm
Right.
out.
Right.
And I'm also not like that.
Right.
So I'm somewhere in between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. A balance.
Yeah.
I'm surprised yours is not a shark. Thought you would have said that.
See, you'd think that with the last name, but also, it's hard. How do you know? How do you relate to a shark?
What is a shark? What do they do?
A fish. They do
They're
swim.
great. I love sharks.
I mean, I also love sharks, but
Mhm.
they're not my spirit animal.
Mm-hmm. I gotta think about your spirit animal. I'll think on it.
Yeah, you'll come back to me.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, another biggest.
I want to say
question.
like a mongoose,
What the hell?
like something that like not to bring up rabies, but like something that foams at the mouth.
Yeah.
Like something
What is
like
what is the plural of mongoose? Is it mongoose?
Mongoose?
Is it?
I don't know. Sounds right.
Mongoose? Mongai.
I don't know.
Mongai. Mongooses.
Mongooses.
Mongoose.
Multiple mongoose.
I think it's
I'll ask the
find
next
out.
question. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Joe.
Everyone's answer.
Who
all the
said
time.
that?
Joe Sharkey. I think fake people.
Explain.
Like,
I thought you said.
like
Mongooses,
I hate
Actually,
that.
but they also will go. Yeah, a group.
They'll
of,
go by mongoose every now and
a
again.
mongooses. A
No,
group
they.
of mongooses is called a mob.
Oh, then mongoose is my spirit animal.
Mob of
A
mongoose.
mob of mongooses.
Mongai.
Gooses.
Yeah, your spirit animal would have a fucked up plural name too.
Yeah.
The one that goes mongoose.
Mongoose.
Mongooses.
Yeah, that tracks.
Look at that mongoose. There's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there you go.
There's multiple mongoose over
Yeah.
there.
There's more than one mongoose over there.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Anyways, your biggest pet peeve? Fake people?
Fake people.
Like-
Like,
like-
I am okay. Like, talk shit.
Real.
Preach,
But,
yo.
like,
Real.
Story of my life.
Don't like do it behind someone's back and then like
Talk shit to their face.
yeah, like just
Yes.
do it to your face.
I like that. Be brutally honest.
No,
Fuck
I,
you.
like-
Say it with your chest.
I wish everybody would be brutally honest. Like
Oh,
Mhm,
man.
mhm.
I love talking shit behind somebody's back.
I think that's the best thing for people sometimes though is
really?
honest.
People need a reality
People-
check.
people-
It
need
absolutely
it
is.
sometimes.
People do need a reality check a lot.
and like I want that. So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like specifically are like
Treat
if
others
somebody,
the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Piss me off, I dare you.
I know.
If so,
No,
like you're like if somebody's, I go up to somebody and I'm like super nice to them,
Mhm.
and then I turn around to you after they leave and I'm like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
You're like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, like just
Just don't like
go
them.
just go ahead and don't like them.
That's-
don't
I
check.
listen. You know how hard it is to not like somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially in our line of business, it's real hard to not like
Yeah.
somebody.
I know
Hard
it's
to
kind
not
of,
like someone?
but like
It's
or
hard
to like someone?
No.
I was
It's
gonna
hard.
say, it's
to,
hard for me to like anybody.
It's hard to obviously not like somebody.
like when you work in
Oh,
the consumer
you do
fields,
have to be very fake at work.
have to,
Because
like-
you're all like interacting
like-
with each
Well,
other. You
being
have-
fake to like,
Hi.
if you work in a service industry, being fake to a customer is expected.
Yeah.
You should always
right.
be fake to
You
them.
do have
No
an
matter how
alternate
badly
customer
they
persona.
is
piss you
always
off.
right, even
Yeah.
in
Right.
your head.
You
Right.
need to be fake to them.
Right.
It's the coworkers that are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it's not just where we work. It's everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's just
Everybody.
a work
It's
environment.
hard to work with people, and you see them every single day. And there's somebody that you probably don't like because there's
Mhm.
somebody that everybody doesn't like.
Right.
But you have to. You almost have to be fake because if you're just outwardly not nice to them and you outwardly don't like them, then you're the bad person.
You're the and it ruins like your work experience in general. Like
Yeah.
if you have to stand there and grumble at like lightning
Yeah.
lane,
Yeah. Right.
you're miserable. And then like you said, like other people will get involved. Like
Yeah.
higher ups will have to get involved.
But if
Then-
there's somebody like in your friend group that like they're the person in your friend group that nobody wants in your friend group,
Don't
kick them out of the friend
right,
group.
Don't
Yeah.
Just
string
rip the
along
Band-Aid
just
off. Yeah.
because, yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Gotta
like
rip
not
off
to
that
say like
Band-Aid.
you should be a bitch to everybody. Like you still be kind to people. There's a difference, I think.
No, there's a difference between
In-
being kind and being friends.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
so if you
Mhm.
obviously don't want to be friends with someone, don't. Oh my God, you look so nice today. This bitch wearing a fucking, yeah.
Exactly.
No, I get that. I'm the same way. I'm not gonna be your friend. Like I'll be straight up. I just won't be your friend because like there's no reason to like let in bad energy into my
involve
life.
myself with you.
Yeah, if I don't,
Thing that
if
I don't
don't
want to be around.
exactly.
Wow.
That was a lot deeper than I thought it
Hard-hitting
was
question.
gonna. Yeah.
Lauren, back to you. You want the phone?
I
Yeah,
could've
let me
just said,
delete all
like-
the messages again.
I could have just said like when people say library instead of library.
Oh my God. But actually though, don't
God.
even the podcast as a whole, and I actually wanted to ask you both this. Lauren, I don't know if I've ever asked you this question. But as a whole, we have decided on the podcast throughout the many hosts that we've had that we hate people who ride their bicycle on the street. Cyclists. Because
I hate that
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah, see?
Holy
everybody
cow.
hates it. Annabelle, how do you
I-
feel about it?
And you know,
If you tell me right now that you ride your bicycle on the street,
No, I don't.
she goes, no, I swear.
I'll hit you with my car.
No, shit. Here's my shtick. It's worse when there's an obvious sidewalk or an obvious like
should be
bike
on
path
and you're
too.
not.
Like if I look over and the sidewalk is like overgrown and like the ledges are all like
Sure,
uneven,
yeah.
I'd be like, respect. I wouldn't want to ride that either. But literally when it's just an obvious like a trail there and they're like a real cyclist trying to like get, I'm like, Griddle, do this at like 3 a.m. If you're
Yeah.
training, get the fuck off of a highway. What
Yeah.
are you
It drives
What
me
are you
crazy.
doing?
And there's always
Genuinely.
they always travel in packs.
Yes.
So
groups of
many of
them.
them.
Yes.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yes.
And every time I drive by them, because they happen a lot down here in Florida, I get real close. Because I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna scare them off the road, and I will single-handedly stop the
Sharky
cyclists.
single-handedly against cyclists.
Have you
yeah.
seen the
2025.
videos?
Yes.
It was like on TikTok, but it was this guy riding in New York yelling at like people who were in the bike lane, and he like records his like rides. So if he
think I
ever
have
gets
seen
hit,
that, yes.
or he'll be like, "Get out of the bike lane! Like you're in the bike lane! Like this is for bikers only!" And it'll literally be like cops who have pulled someone over and like standing in the bike lane to like
Yeah.
talk to them, and the guy like will bike right past them and be like, "You're like, don't use the bike lane!" Like and stuff. I'm like, your ego
Too much.
You gotta.
Yeah.
You're doing
Hey,
too
hey,
much.
dude,
Knock
you're
your
on 2 wheels
knock
and
your
you're
shit.
pedaling.
Right, you're riding a bicycle.
Knock your
Calm
shit.
down.
Get the hell out of there. Yeah.
Knock your shit. Yeah.
Nice
Toto,
try there,
Toto
bub.
in the basket, relax.
Yeah.
Like, good God.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I'm fine with bike lanes. Put them somewhere else. Put
Yeah.
them somewhere that's not right next to the regular lane.
Have a separate
Right.
highway for bikes.
Yeah, build other roads.
So in Richmond right now, they're redoing all the roads so that the parking is between the bike lane and the road. So there are cars literally like in the middle of the road, parallel parked.
I'm fine
and
with
then
that,
having the
yeah.
bike between the sidewalk and those cars
Yeah.
and stuff, which makes sense because now those
Because
cars
it
don't
shouldn't
have
be
to.
cars, bikes, cars. It should be
Right.
cars, bikes.
Right. But
Yeah.
it's causing a lot of issues because now there's just like literally cars just in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I can see where that could cause issues. But also, hey, maybe just don't allow bikes on the road, and that'll solve all problems.
For real.
Just saying.
Real.
I never knew you felt so strongly about bikes.
I never did either until my friend Sarah, who used to host, brought it up on her guest episode. And we asked her what her biggest pet peeve was. And she was like, people who ride their bicycles on the road. And we were all like, oh, actually, yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah. You're like, you make a good point.
Good argument.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck
And it
that.
turns out everybody who's ever been on this podcast feels the same way.
Agrees.
I don't think anyone, unless they literally are an avid cyclist, like people who
Right.
claim they are a cyclist,
Yeah.
not that they ride bikes.
Yeah.
Right.
They're the ones that would
Yeah.
probably disagree. Otherwise,
Like, I love a good bike ride.
Yeah.
But I do it on the sidewalk like a normal
I do it in
human
like
being.
a fucking
Go to, like, a park.
lake trail. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even go near roads.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I can't remember the last time I've been on a bike. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
can't either, but I do enjoy a bike every now and again.
I think maybe like 2-3
Been
years
years,
ago. Maybe.
2 days ago, did you say?
No, 2-3 years ago.
Oh, I was
I'm
like-
I'm in the market.
You're like, oh, I rode a bike yesterday.
I'm in the market. I'm looking to when I like
Bikes are
actually.
expensive.
I know when I start making money, I'm
Oh.
going to get a bike. That's like one of my goals this year. I think.
I mean, you live in a good place to like.
I have all these trails
Cycle.
that aren't on roads,
Yeah.
so that's my plan. But we'll see. Because
Anyways,
bikes are
questions to
expensive.
you. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you have a favorite childhood TV show?
Adventure Time.
I love Adventure Time.
I
Shut
was just thinking about this
up.
the other day. I want to like go and rewatch some of it. Because, like,
I
miss it.
watched it all. I know how you feel about this. I watched it all.
Sorry, I don't like it.
Yeah. I watched it all.
You guys are younger than me,
in
though.
like not like COVID, but like around the beginning of
Yeah.
COVID. I guess kind of COVID time. I binged it all like in order, and I was like, damn, this show is
It's
good.
Deep.
It's
Like
deep.
it's it's a kid show that's like It's an adult show that's
It's
like marketed for kids.
Yes, I agree with that. It's emotional. I like went on a deep dive the other day on like YouTube about like some of the backstories that I just had forgotten about too, and I was like, wow, I need to
There's
rewatch
so much
it.
into it.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch it.
Yeah. Why don't you like it?
I've talked about this before. It's one, I don't like the animation.
Right.
It makes me uncomfortable to just watch. See, I'm not the only one. And two, I just think it's dumb.
Okay.
You don't appreciate it.
I probably don't. I know, and like I had a lot of friends. Now, like that show came out when I was in high school, so like there's that, right? Like I was already the only cartoon I was watching was SpongeBob,
Right.
because that's what I grew up with.
Right.
But
like, did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever see the episode about spoiler alert? Did you ever watch it?
But I mean,
I don't know that you plan to. When they talk about the like secret wish he made.
Vaguely, but not really.
He made a wish at some point that he would stay young forever. He'd stay 10 forever.
Yes, yeah.
And it ended up being a whole like court case because he was actually like 50 years old at this point. He had been living like the same like day or year or whatever over and over and over again. And I'm like, that's lore. Like, that's crazy. But I don't remember that until I literally watched that episode like 2-3 years ago because I found out about it and I was like, oh, I'm curious. Which I feel like is with Adventure Time. I would not have appreciated it in high school
as much as
or even in like middle school, but now that I'm older, even more older.
My thing is like I don't watch cartoons. I
Loser.
didn't watch cartoons for the lore. I watched them because they were mindless entertainment. And for me at that point, Adventure Time was like this cringy show with really bad animation that made me uncomfortable to watch. Like I watched it and the character, just like the way they moved, the way they looked, like almost like physically made me uncomfortable.
For me, that's like Chowder.
I feel the way that you feel about Chowder is the way I feel about Chowder and Adventure Time.
I
respect that.
That whole like vein of like the Misadventures of Flapjack.
Yeah, I hate that one too.
It makes me it like
there's a lot that came out from Cartoon Network in the same time as Adventure Time.
I was a Cartoon Network girlie.
Yeah,
I was not a Nickelodeon girl.
There's one cartoon that's like right on the cusp of those versus like the ones I watch, and it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yes,
that one is like it's like right on the tipping point. Like I can
Billy
almost.
and Mandy. Did you watch that one?
I did. Yeah.
See, I think Billy and Mandy's kind of grotesque.
It is.
It's like Courage. Those early shows.
Courage
like
was
90.
another one. But Courage was early, so like I still watch it just because it was
right.
it was
That's
on.
what was on the TV.
Right.
But
I love Foster's Home.
Yeah, Foster's Home I did enjoy, but it was like right there. Like I could be very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Or I could not be.
The one character that I didn't like from Foster's Home was the cheese guy.
I don't remember the cheese guy.
Well, you didn't really appreciate Foster's Home.
I did not really appreciate it. Again, it was like at that point where I stopped watching cartoons. Like that was like the last cartoon, the last new cartoon that I watched.
You don't watch cartoons still?
No.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Like everybody raves about what's that one cartoon that was on Disney Channel? Oh man, they're like at a camp.
Total Drama Island?
No.
That's also Cartoon Network.
Shoot, I can't think of it. Either way, it's like
they're at camp.
No, they're not at camp, but
Camp Laszlo? That's
what I was thinking.
No,
I know.
Me saying camp probably threw it off entirely. It's like a boy and a girl and their uncle, their grandfather, their
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. It's not camp at all.
It's not camp. It's their grandpa.
It just gives campy vibes.
Yes,
because it's a cabin.
Yes.
Gravity
Falls is very popular.
Talk about lore and cartoons.
Yeah, it's got a lot of lore. Like there's like whole TikToks and Reddits and everything dedicated to this. Never watched it.
That one's scary to me.
I like watching the
never
episodes.
watched it, but I still actively like want to. Like it's on my like watch list of like when I just need to.
I'm at the point now where like watching TV is just a task. But like cartoons are just. If SpongeBob is on, I'm gonna watch SpongeBob because it's a classic.
I watched the SpongeBob movie the other day.
Oh, great
Slapped.
movie. Yeah. But like cartoons, like to me, SpongeBob is genius. Everything else is just a cartoon. Oh, no, new SpongeBob sucks.
Current SpongeBob is some of the worst content I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It needs to end.
Yeah. Did you ever watch SpongeBob growing up? You didn't, did you? I can tell.
I grew up in a house that did not allow it.
Did not allow SpongeBob. What was not allowed in your house growing up?
Nothing. I watched South Park as a kid.
That's crazy.
And not because my mom like just said you can watch whatever, because my brothers are
watched it.
13 years old or 11 years older than me and 8 years older. So they just steal the remote from me and turn it on. And my mom didn't.
She was like, I'm not
care.
trying.
I
here,
mean,
yeah.
I was playing like shooting video games at 3.
Yeah.
You know, I was playing like Halo and stuff. So
Why
there
was
wasn't.
SpongeBob not allowed in your
I don't
house?
know.
I've-
I was-
I have.
It
I
is
know a lot of
grotesque
people.
sometimes.
I should ask my
Not
parents
that
because
bad.
I
It's
genuinely
not
don't
that
know.
bad, but yeah, there's some.
I
tough
wasn't allowed to
jokes.
watch
I watched
Family Guy
Star
or
Wars:
The
The
Simpsons.
Clone Wars, which had like people getting cut in half with lightsabers.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
lightsabers are fake. A sponge,
So
a
is a
sea sponge
sponge?
is real. You don't know what they do. No, but like I
I
my
watched
house-
Simpsons growing up. I
was
watched
not allowed to
Simpsons
watch
as
The
like
Simpsons.
a 3-year-old.
I was not allowed to watch
4-year-old.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
I
I
was
watched
not allowed to watch
Simpsons.
South Park, and I am so grateful that my mom did not let us watch those
Why?
because I hate those shows now.
No.
Like
Too, they seem
I
like
watch
stupid.
they're
all of
so
them.
stupid.
I hate Family Guy. I love Simpsons. I love
Oh,
South Park.
I hate Simpsons.
I
we
watch it all
we had
the
to watch an
time.
episode of The Simpsons in high school for like a history class,
Mhm.
and I was like, can we not?
It
Can we
is weird,
literally
all
watch
of
anything else?
The like Simpsons like future thing.
That's crazy.
weird.
Don't even get me started.
That's a
That's
whole
freaky.
other.
That's a rabbit hole I will not go down.
Woo!
That's freaky.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
South
is
Park I
insane.
think is the dumbest thing in
That's
the world.
crazy.
I think that they should stop creating it. I don't know how it's so popular. Sorry if you're a fan of South Park, but you're not that big of a fan, are you?
I watched it.
You're crazy.
I can't believe you felt so strongly.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
I think
saying it's the
dumbest-
greatest
And
show
also,
of
again,
all
that
time.
animation.
I think it's incredibly
sucks.
inappropriate, but I also like
I think
sometimes.
it's incredibly stupid.
Yeah, but like I appreciate. I hate shows that are like trying so hard to be like okay. Like I like when shows push the buttons and push envelopes and try to like mess with people because it's just fucking real and it's funny.
I guess.
It's insensitive sometimes,
Yeah.
and I get that, but it's funny sometimes too.
I see your point. I don't agree with it.
No, that's valid. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to be wrong.
Well, that's fine. Next question. Now I've already asked you this, but we'll get to the
Okay.
question.
Can't wait.
Animals?
Yes, I'll ask the first one. You can ask the second one.
Yeah.
Would you, and we've asked this to everybody, so you all know this one. Would you rather fight? Let me set the scene. You're walking down the path, walking down the sidewalk in the park, and on your left side there's a goose, Canada goose. On the right side, on the right side there is a deer. Female, male, you decide. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
What does a deer sound like?
I don't know.
Now I realize. Do they bleat? Probably
Both of
bleat.
them start charging at you.
Mm.
You have to pick one to fight.
Yeah.
Whichever one you pick, the other one will go
away.
go on its pleasant day.
It's like, oh, she's busy.
Yeah, but you have to pick one. Which one are you gonna fight?
The goose.
Oh, the goose.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Didn't you say the different answer last time?
No.
You're picking the goose. You're gonna fight the goose.
Oh wait, no.
I was like, I've asked you this question, and you
No.
100% didn't
The
agree
deer.
with me.
Yes.
Damn, I shouldn't have
very-
questioned you.
I
You
know,
really
it's
caught me
the
off
deer.
guard.
No, I
there.
know.
It's always the deer.
The deer. Oh, you're the deer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's actually a lot of deer people.
He's in the
Oh.
minority. Geese are scary.
They're horrifying.
Okay.
And they're aggressive.
You both weigh less than a deer. Let me just put that into perspective for you right now.
Yeah, and
A deer charges at you full force. You are dead on impact.
have you ever seen bullfighting?
Do you think you could fight a bull?
Sidestep. I think I could sidestep.
I think I could sidestep.
Sure,
a
you
bull.
could sidestep it, but guess what? It's not given up because you have to fight it.
Okay, but we're also.
This is back to your. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know.
But you have to fight the enemy. You
Let me
can't
just
just
talk
dodge
to it.
and avoid.
The geese are terrifying.
I don't disagree.
Again,
that
we
geese
talked
are
about this
terrifying.
before. I've worked with
Terrifying?
geese. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked with geese. They're so mean and so scary.
I don't disagree with that. However, let me put this into perspective yet again.
Okay.
A deer, on average, weighs 150 pounds. So let me actually put this into. All three of us weigh less than a deer. All three of us right here, right? All three of our scrawny asses weigh less
This
than
is
your
true.
average deer.
This is true.
A goose, Canada goose, not a big ass goose, just a regular Canada goose. On average,
I think I'd
7
rather fight a
to
regular
14 pounds, less than a Thanksgiving turkey.
I still pick the deer.
I agree.
You're insane.
And I don't want to sound graphic, but I genuinely think I could kill a deer with my bare hands.
You're crazy that you think that. What? And you think the same thing?
I think
I
that it
would
would be
want
harder
to
with
do
a
it.
goose
How?
I
feel like the goose would just be like moving around and fast, and I wouldn't be able to like get hands and the biting and stuff. Versus the deer, I could get
but,
his
like-
Do you know
sidestep
that they
and trip
hiss?
up.
Do you
Yeah,
know
no,
that
they
geese
hiss.
hiss?
You think a hiss is gonna? Cats hiss.
Cats are nice.
Not
Correct.
all cats.
I-
Would you rather fight an angry cat or a goose?
Ooh,
That's a
probably a
harder
goose.
question.
Because cats are smart.
Yeah.
Geese are just bloodthirsty.
So are deer.
No, they're not.
But I still can take it.
You know what is scary? Back to the rabies topic.
Deer don't have rabies.
No, but in Atlanta they have zombie deer, and they have like this
What?
fungus.
What?
Like yeah,
Like
have you
ants?
Seen, have you seen? Yeah. Have you seen The Last of Us?
It's that it affects deer too.
Yeah.
It's coming for us.
And we-
next.
I
We're
didn't know
done
it
for.
went to mammals.
Yeah, and we have zombie deer, and they're so.
What the hell are we
they're
doing?
Scary. I would choose
You'd
the goose in that.
pick a goose.
I would pick a goose in that instance. Yes.
What do they look like?
Wait, that's
it
that's
up.
really not that far away from this state. That scares the
It's
fuck
actually
out of
the
me.
next state over.
That
Yeah.
Actually,
scares
in
me.
fact, right up there.
It's right there. Yeah.
I
Zombie
really
deer?
thought it was
The
only
zombie
on
deer.
the insects.
And they get sick. And
I heard that it spread to spiders.
That's fine. Fuck that.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. It spread to another bug. I just don't remember which one from ants.
Ooh, don't look at the pictures.
No, I want to see the pictures. Ooh,
Yeah,
what the
that's just-
hell? No, that's not right. That ain't right. Kill that thing. You gotta put that thing out of its
seen in
misery.
32 different states.
That's almost
Okay,
all of them.
mammal to mammal, that jumps fast. Like that will kill us. Man, I'm not
Last of Us
prepared
is
for the
coming
zombie
true.
It's all
apocalypse.
over. Okay, so
That would be a good question.
but
Do
really
you think
though,
you
like
would survive
you
the
get
zombie apocalypse?
I think I've told. Oh, I told you how I felt prepared for it.
yeah. Do I think I'd survive?
Yeah.
For a decent amount of time.
Okay.
Not forever.
No one would survive it forever.
Well, no. Ultimately, the zombies win.
You think the zombies would win?
I mean, yeah.
I look
The
at how we
population
handled.
would dwindle, and then
I
and
looked
then
at how we
ultimately
handled
it's not
COVID.
necessarily the zombies winning. It's just like the zombies outliving
Mhm.
the humans,
They're outdeading.
outdeading.
Seeing how we handled COVID, I now know we won't survive.
That's
Yeah.
very-
Before
you-
that,
yeah.
I was like in my head, I was like, we could figure out a cure. We could do like we
You-
could make it
yeah.
work, or we would like contain it. Something like
Yeah.
we're
That's a
much
very valid
smarter.
Well, you know what would happen is we'd figure out a vaccine for it, and it
And
would
then
just
not
come around
give it to
annually.
people.
$1
You'd turn into a zombie
billion
for like 2 days out of the year,
Mhm.
and then you'd be back to
Mhm.
normal. You just have to
Mhm.
quarantine for those 2 days. Hope you don't fucking kill anybody in the meantime, and then you're good to go.
Like how we have flu
Yeah.
season. It's zombie season.
Zombie season.
Zombie season.
Just zombie
It's
things.
crazy.
You're
now
at
now
work,
it's
you're
an
just like,
it's an insensitive Halloween costume. You
Yeah,
can't be,
yeah.
you know.
You have to include the zombies.
Yeah. whoa.
But anyways, back to the goose deer. You get now. I admit that it may be hard to grab a goose.
Mhm.
I don't think.
But
it would
once
be
you
hard for
grab
me.
it-
once you grab it, it's done. You snap the neck, it's dead.
Yeah. But you don't feel confident again, not to be
I
grabbed.
feel
You don't feel
1,000%
confident in tripping up a deer and
No.
breaking an ankle
No.
or something?
Nope.
Damn, I think I could curb stomp that thing.
You're actually crazy. For
I'm
it.
trying to
A goose, because here's the thing, right? most geese attacks.
Was mongoose attacks?
Mongoose
Yeah.
eye.
Most of the time that people are attacked by a goose, they are walking, and the goose comes running up to them. A little bit of a wing action, but rarely, and by rarely I mean never, has there been a recorded that I've seen dive bomb goose attack. So you guys are concerned about the flying aspect, which I
Here's
totally
the thing,
understand.
though, is
However,
like geese will attack
they're
you
running up-
unprompted.
Yeah,
Deers
so-
run in
so
the other
is this deer in this
deers.
story.
Right.
Deers.
But I also feel like I'm going to go into full on like predator and prey mentality and like make myself big and like yell. Like, you know, when you're supposed to encounter a bear, you're supposed to like yell and be
Big.
big.
Right, yeah, the deer
So,
doesn't
like,
care. It's fighting you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I'm gonna like try and be like rah and like show dominance, and that way, then I'll be like more amped up to fight it too. It won't be as like chargy,
Right, yeah.
Because it'll be like, oh, this is actually a challenge. Let's think about this. I'll be like, what's up?
Or a goose.
What's up?
A bird.
No, because the goose won't give a shit.
The only bird I don't think I
The
could
goose
take
has a
down,
gun.
an ostrich. And even
Oh,
then, I
we
think
talked
yeah,
about
I
this.
think maybe even then I could win.
That's crazy.
I feel like a goose and an ostrich are very similar.
Nope. You're talking about the biggest fucking bird on land versus a goose.
You know the one I definitely will not cross? Swan.
Swans are fucking crazy.
They're fucking mean,
yeah,
dude.
swans will fuck your shit.
Mm-mm.
No, goose all day. And the fact that you think, you know what I think. You know why? Let me dive into your brain really quick
Okay,
here,
okay.
and the brain of anybody who's ever picked a deer for this question. I think that the reason people pick deer is because you hear and you've seen and you've watched geese attacks. You've seen somebody, you know somebody, you've seen a picture, you've watched a video, you've seen it on the news of somebody getting attacked, playing golf, walking through the park by a Canada goose. You've never once in your life heard of man attacked by deer while
Right.
golfing.
Right.
Because deer notoriously run away at the
Right.
sign of
But
danger.
I'm even thinking of like we're talking about a female deer, so even if we talk about a male deer, I'm thinking of them like bucking, and even then it's kind of like slow, and they just try to like rip their horns apart. I'm thinking of that like fighting us. Like I just don't see it.
But you have to think of it as one, male or female. Now I am inclined to lean towards female deer. So we're almost going to remove the antlers entirely.
Right.
Because a female deer, you go near its
baby, and it's a different- yeah.
gonna defend it.
Right.
Right.
Female deer will defend their fucking young and defend their territory to the day they fucking die. And so that deer starts charging, you are one headbutt and you are literally done for.
I don't think so.
Just don't
Whereas a
get
goose comes
headbutted.
running at you, you just kick it. Kick it. You just
Okay.
kick it. And both of you played soccer?
No.
You
Well,
didn't play.
I did for 4 years when I was
Okay.
that tall.
Both of you played soccer? You can kick it.
Yeah.
You could probably one kick, goose is dead.
I could also kick a deer.
Sure you
That's what I'm
could,
saying.
but you're not going to do much to it. You got to raise your foot up a little higher to kick a deer.
no, you
And
don't kick it in the dude. Think of how like
You think you're going to leg sweep a deer?
yes.
You're crazy. Because that means you have to sidestep and be coordinated enough to sweep. You're not.
You underestimate my power.
I know.
Yeah.
I think
Whatever. Ask her the other question.
So going off of this,
I haven't heard this one.
Stupid.
would you rather fight again? Another fighting question: a toddler-sized gorilla or a gorilla-sized toddler?
And let's give you the semantics. No, the statistics of them both.
Right.
They are simply that being sized up or sized down. So we're talking about a full-grown silverback gorilla sized down to toddler, or a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
3-year-old sized up to silverback gorilla. So
Really?
like the proportions are equal as they go up or down.
I think I'd
Yes.
Crazy. And why?
Then
Don't
you're
don't say
right.
why.
You're
Why?
right.
because even a silverback, like those things are deadly.
Mm-hmm.
That thing can kill you.
Yeah, but it's this big.
Yes, but
Mhm.
even still.
Hey, guess
shit,
what?
You know what?
You could
Listen.
kick it. You could leg sweep it and knock it
No,
over.
Let me
you
say this.
couldn't.
Let me say
That you
this.
definitely couldn't.
Let me
That would
say
be
this.
hard, yeah.
Chimpanzees are
We're not fighting chimpanzees.
Yes, I know.
Right.
But
We're
they
fighting a small gorilla.
Listen to me. Chimpanzees and a small gorilla, a toddler-sized gorilla, if
Yeah.
you will, are not that much different in size. And
Like, I would-
chimpanzees have killed people.
I would not
yeah.
want to go against like a mandrill.
But chimps are meant
No.
to be that size.
Right.
Right.
Gorillas are not.
And-
Gorillas are meant to be big.
Right, but they
So now you're
still
talking
have
about
all
a small,
the
dense gorilla.
yeah, but they still have like all the equipment to
Sure.
rip your throat
But
out.
smaller.
The strength, the mouth, everything.
But smaller.
But
I just
That's why I'm thinking, right? Because I'm now a toddler, not strong, but you start making them bigger just naturally because of the rules that we've set.
I feel like you can-
They naturally just get stronger.
I feel like you can reason with a toddler though.
Oh, you fucking son of a bitch!
you know what I said? Here's what I said. You know those trends where you like hit a wall and go, "Oh, are you okay?" And the baby
And
starts
they start
crying.
crying?
I was like, all you have to do is
They're
that.
so
You can
easily
literally like
influenced.
hit something and be like, "Oh,
And they'd
what
flip
happened?"
out.
And they start crying or something, or you literally start yelling, literally just being a pansy crazy person, and the baby will start crying because it's overwhelmed.
Okay, so how are you gonna fight it? Now you've got a screaming, crying giant toddler. How are you gonna fight it?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
How are
go
you
to
gonna
sleep,
win?
go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff a pillow. I mean,
What?
you're asking me how to kill a toddler. Or something.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
You just asked me how I would fight it. Am I
Not
fighting
kill it.
Okay.
No, put it to sleep.
Then I'm gonna make it cry and it's gonna tap out because it's sad.
I think if I was taking on a giant toddler, I would less focus on the fighting and more focus on the like a piece of chocolate cake.
Yeah, but you have to
Be
fight
happy.
it. The question was not how would you make it happy.
Kill him with kindness.
How would you
kindness.
fight it? Because I'll tell you right now, that small gorilla starts running at me, I'm gonna sidestep that.
Yeah.
All of us
you
could
can't
sidestep a
take-
gorilla.
You cannot take that thing head on.
No, God,
I
no.
think he's more scared of deer than he is gorilla.
I think so too.
is
Yes.
insane.
A small gorilla. Big
See,
gorilla?
that's what's insane
You
to
ask
me.
me silverback or deer, I'm taking the deer all day.
Yeah, but just a small gorilla is gonna be able to do the same thing that a big
Like,
gorilla
I
would do.
genuinely would pick the deer over any ape or monkey or anything. Like
too.
any size.
too.
Even a capuchin would scare the shit
Oh,
out of
you're
me.
crazy.
Going,
Yeah.
You could fucking smash a kombucha.
a kombucha.
Kombucha
I'd probably
monkey.
be
Kombucha
okay.
monkey.
I would probably be okay, and I probably would win in some of those battles. But that would be scary. That would be the most scary to me. Like I would choose the goose instead because the apes and monkeys and everything they
Oh, I
genuinely
mean-
scare me.
A goose versus a monkey, yeah, I'm going to choose a goose every time.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is like even though the gorilla is sized down, I'm still not fucking with it.
Yeah. Easy to knock over.
I think so. They're dense. You said it yourself.
Doesn't make them hard. Babies are dense. You ever seen a fat toddler? They're dense.
Yeah, but you just and they go "Wah," and
Doing
cry.
the same thing to I mean, the toddler, the gorilla's not crying.
Here's the thing,
but I
though.
am knocking it over.
Here's the thing.
I don't think
Gorillas,
you're not gonna do it.
monkeys are smart. Toddlers are not. Even
Yeah.
He wouldn't
a
like
gorilla
know how to
toddler
size.
I never said your big toddler was going to be smart. I never said my
Right.
small gorilla was going to not
So
be
like
smart.
not only is he fighting you as a gorilla, but he's also like smart
I can
about it.
also. Hey, guess who's smarter? The human.
No.
I'm
I'm
never a
scientifically
case.
more
Never
evolved.
instance. I don't know.
Doesn't mean you're smarter.
It does actually. Actually, it does though.
Opposable
Boo.
thumbs.
Scientifically, we both have opposable
Boo.
thumbs. That cancels out. Remove the thumbs from the equation. There are no thumbs. Neither of us have thumbs. I still win. No.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to see
God.
that happen.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you agree with Lauren on both. That's fine.
Yeah, because we're right.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now I did do some research on you. Yeah.
I was asked a question earlier.
Yes. And so I was told
Stalking
that
me.
we have to ask you, and we know nothing about this,
Okay.
that we have to ask you about the Christmas brownie story. So what is the Christmas brownie story?
This is a fun story.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
bring it.
It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, set the scene.
Yeah.
It's December 4th. Caitlin, our coworker from work, obviously,
That's how coworkers work. Yep.
No way.
she likes to bake.
Okay.
So we're deciding what to bring to this Christmas Eve dinner that we're going to. And she decides she's going to make these brownies. You know, well enough. No,
Oh, I was like,
I was like, I feel like I know where this is going.
no, not that way.
Okay.
Bummer.
So she makes these brownies and she does this like ganache thing on top. And it's
Oh,
like,
I love a good ganache.
No, I know. They were going to be delicious.
Yeah.
They
We're
were.
going to be.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So she puts these chocolate strawberries on them. She pours the ganache on top.
Really quick, that word got to be one of my top 10
Ganache.
favorite words.
Really?
Yeah.
It
Ganache.
is a good word.
Ganache.
Is it French? Ganache.
It's gotta be.
It flows so smoothly out of the mouth. Ganache.
Do you have a favorite word?
I'll come back to me.
Mine's audacity.
Oh, that's a good
I
word.
love saying it. I love the concept.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
I'd be thinking about that. Anyway, so we pour the ganache on top right before we gotta leave. Like number one. We close it up. You know, we got a little Tupperware. We close it up, and we ordered an Uber to get there. And we all get in the Uber, pile in, and Caitlin's got it on her lap in front of her, and we start driving. And
Oh my
this,
God.
I don't know what happened. These brownies start exploding, like out of everywhere, every crevice, every hole, everything.
They
In the Uber?
In
expanded.
the Uber. And this woman that was driving us she was like a 70-year-old woman. She was the sweetest, and it's Christmas Eve,
Oh.
and she's so sweet, and she's talking to us the whole time. She's like, "Are you guys having a Christmas?"
Meanwhile, brownies are exploding
So
everywhere.
it's like so
Are.
it's like a 15-minute drive, and it was Caitlin, me, and then other people in the back seat. And I'm sitting here in the middle looking at her and these brownies that have now gotten everywhere. Like, they're all over this woman's car, all
Oh
over
my
Caitlin,
God.
all over me. And I'm sitting here trying not to lose it.
Yeah.
Like,
I would be cackling.
Oh my God.
I was fighting because we were like, what do we do? What do we do?
Oh my God.
And so the girl in the front seat kept turning around. She was looking at us. It was Logan up there, and Logan.
Logan's not subtle at all.
No,
Yeah. No,
And
she
so
can't.
she's like,
She can't stay quiet about
Oh
anything.
dear God.
and every time she turns around, I'm like literally like tears in my eyes. I didn't even know what to do. And so we finally get to the apartment we needed to be to. We're in the parking lot, and we open the doors, and then Logan goes around and opens Caitlin's door for her, and she's like, oh.
Oh.
Because you guys are covered in chocolate.
Oh
It's
my
everywhere.
God.
It was everywhere. And she was like, we seem to have had a little bit of an accident.
Oh! She's gonna think you guys shot yourselves. Oh.
Oh, pardon me,
sorry.
miss. I think there's been a bit of an issue back.
Hey, mom, I flew up. I'm sorry.
That's what it was. It was giving like, hey, mom, I threw up.
I flew up.
So we're in the back of this car with chocolate, hot chocolate. Keep in mind,
Hot
it's
chocolate,
like
yeah.
warm ganache all over us,
Molten lava.
everywhere. And so we call people down. We're like, bring paper towels, bring rags, bring everything, bring all the things.
Call the fire department.
I'm sorry,
We gotta
what?
hose this puppy down.
Was it alive? Like,
I don't even know what happened. I can't even begin to explain.
So we don't even have the answer to what happened.
No,
We don't have the science behind
no,
it.
it blew up.
that's
up.
Was it a glass?
so funny.
No, it was like one of those
Dish?
little like metal tins that you get. So like it wasn't the most like solid of tins, but the amount of chocolate that was all over this woman's car, I don't even know where it came from.
So brownies came out of the oven.
Brownies came out of the oven.
Hot.
Hot.
Poured the ganache on.
Poured the ganache on.
Still hot.
Still hot. Closed
Both
it up.
Closed it. Sealed it. You
Still
created
hot.
pressure.
Yeah, that's why. You
that's the
closed it
science
while it
right
was
there.
hot.
And it was everywhere.
You should have covered it with foil,
Funny.
not a lid.
Well, Joseph.
For future reference, when ganaching, cover it with foil so it can breathe.
We'll keep that in mind
Because
for
you
next time.
you
Suffocated
corked
it.
a volcano. That's what you
Yeah.
Yeah.
did. You were like, that'll do.
And then we're like, let's
then
go get in the car.
boom!
Let's go get in the car and drive on I-4.
my
That's crazy.
God.
So we try our best to clean this up, and we're like,
Was she helping, or was she just
she
like?
was helping.
Was she? Did she laugh at all?
No, it was
Yeah,
not.
because it ruined her car.
I know it's Eve.
Yeah.
And she's got
And
ganache
she's
everywhere.
got ganache everywhere. We were apologizing profusely. We were like, we're so sorry. We tipped her real good.
Did you get charged a cleaning fee?
No, thank God. Like this woman
Damn.
was an angel.
That's nice.
Like a saint.
Wow.
We tipped her so good. But we bring it up to the apartment we're supposed to be in, and it's still it's still going everywhere. Like it won't stop.
How at that point is it still going?
I don't know.
crazy.
But we
There
were-
must have been some sort of chemical reaction.
I was gonna say, like, you did like baking soda in it, right? And like,
I don't even know. It was the craziest thing. So and the apartment we're going to is up on the second floor. So we're like very carefully trying to lift it up these stairs, and we're dragging it along the floor to the apartment. And still to this day, it's at TP's apartment. You can see the chocolate stain leads to his apartment.
It's
They
stained.
Shut
pressure washed, and it's
up.
still there.
shut
You
up.
have it-
burned
hold on,
chocolate
somewhere I
into
have
the
a pic-
cement.
Yeah, it's still there.
That is
That's
crazy.
insane.
And so you can
Insane.
see like the evidence of it's just a line of chocolate
That's
on the
so funny.
Well, let me see if I can
Oh
find
my
the picture.
God.
It's
Who's Hank Green? If I'm gonna post this clip on
I'm
TikTok.
like, how
I
did
need
this
an
happen? Tell us
answer.
what happened here.
Why did the chocolate explode so aggressively?
Yeah.
More so than just it was hot and covered.
it wouldn't
because-
stop.
Because once it exploded, you'd think it would have stopped right then and there.
Right.
No, it kept going for like 30 minutes.
Oh my God. What did you
We
put
left it
in there?
outside. We had to leave him outside. Like we left
Just
him
bubbling and
And so yeah, I'll have to eventually I'll find a picture of the chocolate.
when you
stain
told
that's
the
on
woman, or
ground.
when it was Logan who told the woman,
Mhm.
when she told the Uber driver, were any of you laughing at that
Oh
point?
my God, I was cracking up. Losing it.
Yeah. My
Caitlin
God.
Caitlin is she's pissed because
Yeah.
she's chocolate
Covered.
everywhere. She got the worst of it. She
crazy.
had to go home and change and then come back. It was
Did you Uber home?
no,
Oh.
because now we're at a place where we have cars.
People's cars,
We
yeah.
were not the brightest, and we didn't get a ride from somebody. We just,
Wow.
Oh my.
but thank God we didn't, because then we would have
Had chocolate in a friend's
one of our
car.
cars. Yeah.
That's insane, dude. I want to know. Did you? So it was from scratch brownies, or was it from a
Think so?
box?
I don't even know.
That's crazy. I want to
Is
know
it
what
Betty
was
Crocker?
in it.
Because somebody's got to contact her.
I was gonna say, listen, you could get some money out of it. That's
My God.
crazy.
Hot ganache everywhere.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
I
I
know.
got to learn the science behind ganache.
Yeah, now I'm scared of Ganache.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's alive.
And we can't talk about it now. It's the Christmas Eve brownie fiasco.
Wow.
She's making those brownies tomorrow for my birthday.
Oh, dear.
We'll see. I'll report back in.
Yeah, don't
No,
wear
because like if
white.
you eat them, like is your stomach just like
Yeah,
like
no
an
kidding.
alien? Like
Aliens gonna
oh
come
my
out of there? Oh my
god.
I'm so
God.
excited for them too. They sounded so good, and they
I'm so scared. Be
Oh my
very
God.
careful
I
eating
know.
them. Make sure they stopped expanding.
Make sure they're cold. Cool
put
them down.
Yep.
them in the fridge
Put
for
them
a
in the
little bit.
fridge. Toss them in the freezer. Something.
Yep.
That's the craziest
Hit it
thing.
with a bat. Make sure it's dead.
I think
then
it's
you can
crazy.
eat
Like
it.
the story is crazy, but we felt so bad for the woman. But the crazier thing is that you can still see remnants of it.
That's
yeah, that's
wild.
crazy.
floor.
That post power
Even after
washing,
power
there's
washing,
still
yeah.
Yeah,
chocolate
they
on the
cleaned it.
floor.
That's crazy.
Wow.
There.
Another thing I wanted to bring up. You were recently, and you've told me this story, but I want Lauren to hear it, and
Okay.
I have more questions. But you were recently in a car accident,
It was
like just the other day,
like 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Oh my god.
But
what?
it's like almost a badass story.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Did you do
so-
a barrel roll?
they
Aw.
they brought her back from the dead.
Like, wait, dead ass?
I'm Spider-Man.
Wait, no, dead ass. Oh, holy shit.
Not
Dude, I was like, why did you fucking cancel the podcast? She
No.
was dead 2 days ago.
No,
I just got out of the hospital. I had to drag myself here.
Oh my god.
Shut.
Please have a drink.
No. So,
Dude, what?
Yeah, go just you tell the story.
So I'm off at I-4 on the exit ramp,
Oh god.
sitting
Damn.
at a light, and there's a line of people behind me, and I'm trying to turn right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting on like oncoming traffic to stop so I can turn right. We're sitting there for a solid like 2-3 minutes, and then all of a sudden I like jerk forward. Like we were at rest, so like it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But jerk forward, and I hear this like sickening crunch. It's awful.
Oh my god.
And immediately I knew. I was like, oh my god, the guy behind me just hit me. And I turned back, and he's like, flipping out. And so, but we're still in the middle of like an I-4 off ramp. We can't go anywhere. So I sit there and I
Right.
wait for the light to turn, and then I turn right, and I pull into the next parking lot over. And I just had like this sinking feeling. I was like, this man is not going to stop driving.
Yeah.
I knew. I felt it in my heart.
Oh.
So I
in my
turned.
heart.
I felt
My
it in my
heart.
bones.
Bart.
So I turn like parallel with the road so I can keep going if I need to. And sure enough, drives right past me, keeps going.
Wow.
And he speeds off, and the light in front of us is green, so he keeps going. And I kid you not, I saw black, and I think I blacked out.
Floored it.
I floored it, and I flew over the curb. I cut the guy off behind him. The guy's like now honking at me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I
You're
got
like, I just got hit and
I gotta
runned."
catch this guy. And so
What are you gonna? How are you gonna catch? What are you?
so I'm behind. Listen, there was no rational thought.
Yeah. Again, you were seeing black. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm behind him now, and the first thing I did was I took a picture of his plates, and just in case he like got away from me, I was like,
Yeah.
at least I'll have his
That's
plates, and I can
genius.
Yeah.
go to the police and whatever. But
Right.
so I'm staying behind him, and we drive for like a mile, and the entire mile I have my hand held down on my horn, like so, like he knows
Damn.
that I'm there
dog.
right behind him, and I'm honking at him the entire time. I was,
Risking your life. You could have got
oh
shot.
my god, I
You
could've
said
been
I hate fake people. You're
Yeah.
gonna stop your car. Damn.
and then
You could have
finally-
gotten shot. A woman got shot the other day. Here.
I am from Atlanta.
Touche.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, you're right.
Driving like this is pretty common.
Crazy.
So I'm following him. We go for like a mile, and then finally he turns off into like a Walgreens parking lot. And he doesn't stop in the parking lot. He keeps going, and now he's trying to lose me in the parking lots.
Mhm.
And we go all the way to the back, and it's like one of those roads that connects businesses like from the backside. So
what were you gonna like?
I have
I'm
no idea.
genuinely,
have no
so
idea.
proud that you kept following him, because I would have been like, if he does stop, what am I gonna do? Because I think he's gonna be mad at me.
I don't even know. I don't even know what thought was going through my head, but I was like, I just don't want to lose him because I was like, I don't want to have to call my parents and be like, what do I do?
Oh, please.
But instead, you gotta call your parents and be like, you guys, I fucking hunted this bitch down.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Yeah, okay.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
At that time. Yeah. So I'm following him and we go back behind like a Chick-fil-A and a McDonald's. We do like 2 laps around this like parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to lose me the whole time. I'm cutting people off left and right. People are honking at me left and right. I'm like, I'm sorry. I've gone this far. I can't lose this man now.
Yeah, you're
Oh my
committed.
God.
I'm committed to the bit. And then finally we make it back to the McDonald's and he pulls into the drive-thru of the McDonald's.
Like, gotta order some nugs real quick.
That's
So I pull
crazy.
behind him and he rolls his window down to like act like he's about to order food. And so I rolled my window down and I was like, dude, you just hit my fucking car. And I'm yelling out the window.
20
at him.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm yelling out the window. I was like, you hit my car. And he was like, huh? What? And
He's trying to play dumb.
he was playing dumb. And it was enough so that I even questioned myself. I was like, am I following the right guy?
Oh
Like,
my
did
God.
I just chase the wrong
Oh,
man?
he almost got you. That
That'd be
gaslighting at its finest.
crazy.
I know.
That
I-
man needs to coach a class.
I almost
Yeah.
believed him.
Because, damn.
I
Yeah.
almost believed him. I was like, did I really just chase the wrong? He's just trying to get us McDonald's. Anyway, so, but I
How
kept-
quickly did you come out of your trance when he got you like that?
did very quick. I
Yeah.
was like,
I would
dude,
be so
I was
scared.
like, dude, you hit my fucking car.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He like dropped it. Then he was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, you need to pull over. You hit me. Pull over.
Yeah.
And he's still like being weird about it. And then I was like, I have your plates. You need to pull over right
Yeah.
now.
There
and
you go.
then he was
You
like,
got him.
Wow.
so he goes and he pulls off and he gets out of the car and it's this kid. He's probably my age.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, and you can tell he's really nervous. He's freaking out.
Yeah. Probably his
Um,
first accident.
I don't feel bad for him.
As you should not.
Oh.
And he's, you know what? I don't know if I told you this part about me being in the khaki.
You were wearing
I was just come home from work.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm-
Can't believe you just road raged in your khaki. That's crazy.
full
Your
khaki.
job is driving, and you
know.
just hunted down a
I
man.
know. And so I get out, and the first thing he asked me, he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm okay."
That's besides the point
That is
now.
beside the point. You hit my car and you took off. And he was like, I know, I'm really sorry. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. You don't just drive off like that. And then we're sitting there, I'm looking at my car. It's nighttime, so I've got my flashlight on it trying to see. Luckily, not even a scratch on my car. I don't know how. Something crunched. So
Damn.
I'm assuming the front of it. I didn't look at the front of his car, but I'm assuming it was his car
Yeah,
because
who cares about the front of his car?
something
Yeah.
crunched. But it was in my car. I don't know. I looked at the wheel well. I looked everywhere. I looked at everything.
Wow.
It happened to
Um,
me one time too. Just jump in really quick.
Yeah.
I got in an accident. I was full stopped like at a toll booth going home to Buffalo one time, and the car behind me got hit
Mhm.
and pushed into
Pushed,
me.
yeah.
And same thing. I lunged forward. I heard the crunch and I was like, oh. my god, this is
Yeah.
like one of my
Yeah.
first cars. And I get out, and I'm on a throughway. I get out and I look, nothing.
Yeah.
2 cars behind me, totaled.
Yeah.
And
it's
I just
crazy.
went, well, good luck, guys.
Sorry.
And I drove away, and the guy at the toll booth, he goes, were you just in that accident? I go, yep.
Yeah.
He was like, are you good? I go, yeah, my car's good too. So I gotta
fine.
go.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah. Anyway,
no,
sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. But that's what there was nothing there, and I was like, thank God there wasn't, because if there had been, I would have called the police.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to. at that point.
I can't believe I didn't call the police anyway, just because he ran. But I was like, this kid. I don't think he had insurance, because he kept telling me, he was like, we don't have to get insurance involved. I got a really good body shop if you need anything. So I'm assuming he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
insured.
That's normally what it is.
And I was like,
or
I'm
he's
not.
on his parents' insurance
Maybe I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not gonna ruin this kid's life because
because he hit me
yeah.
and ran.
And no, and then I
I
told.
would have ended it.
Oh, I know. And I told him, I was like, listen, I was like, I get that you messed up. You made a mistake. Whatever. Everyone does stupid stuff like that sometimes, but you can't run.
yeah.
You have to stop. You have to pull over.
It would be better
Wow.
for you in the end.
And you
if
know what?
Don't.
He's gonna remember that
I
life
hope
lesson
so.
you just taught him for the
I
rest of
hope
his
so.
life.
I hope I scared the shit out of him.
I hope you did. I think you did.
No, but you know what the craziest part was? So I was in the khaki, and he said, do you work at Disney World? And I said, I'm sitting there looking at my car, and I said, yes, I do. And he said, do you drive the safari trucks? Like, he said, do you work at the safari? I don't know how he knew that. It's like, I know there's certain things it could be, but like, he knew. And
There's like only 2 things it could be.
yeah, I know. But it was also just weird because I was like, you just hit my car. what? Why did? And then he
Trying
asked,
to like
Trying to
talk.
lighten the mood.
I guess, yeah. And then he was like,
Or he's trying to hit on you. Please tell me he was trying to hit on you.
I don't know. He asked me if I had a good day. He was like, have you had a good day so far? And he said it in like a really chill tone. And I was like, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
hit
far.
my
up
car.
until
So
now.
how you doing?
And then you ruined it there.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy. I said I had more questions. I think you've answered any question I could have had.
I did.
through
Yeah.
that
I
history.
did get his number and he has mine.
Okay.
So maybe that was the plan the whole time.
Maybe.
I have his number. I had him put
Was
his
he
number.
What's
cute?
his name? Was he cute?
I
That's
can
ignore
tell
my
you-
question. Was he cute?
I don't remember. I told you I blacked out.
Yeah.
She was
you were
actually
like,
so red. You had
Yeah.
rage.
Hold on. I can pull up
What's his name?
Alex Tran.
you gave his last name?
Yes.
That's crazy. Everyone's gonna find him now.
I mean, Tran is a somewhat don't is a somewhat common.
That's it. So I gave him my phone and I said, put your number in and then text me your name. And he did.
Wow.
And then I said, all
He
right.
doesn't have an iPhone.
No, it was a Samsung.
Loser.
And then he pulled.
No wonder he hit and run.
I told him, I said, okay, now pull out your phone and let me make sure that text actually went through and that you didn't just give me a fake number.
Wow, good for you.
Um,
You're good.
I was trying because I was like shaking, but I was like, okay, what would my dad do
Yeah.
in this situation? But yeah, that was
Wow.
a scary moment. And then I immediately called our friend Megan, and I was like, Megan, you guess what just happened to me?
You're like, you'll never guess.
You'll never guess.
I just played a cop.
It was scary.
That is
Scary
wild.
moment.
I might have found him.
No way. There's got to be 5 million Alex Trans.
There
There's no
are,
way.
so I'm going through as many as I can right now.
I'm trying.
I mean, in the Orlando area, how many can there really be?
He was. I guess I was gonna say I could tell you where he's from because he's not from Florida, or at least
Was he from
like,
Alabama?
He's from Tennessee.
Okay, hey, we're giving a lot of information here on an podcast that goes on the internet, folks. This goes on the internet. Hey, let's just remember that this is a person's life. If you have a picture, though, we do want to see it. Yeah. But anyways,
Yes.
do we want to go? That is insane.
Scary.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah, glad you're
Oh.
okay and glad your car's
Glad
okay.
my car is okay.
Yeah. Because you
was-
said it was a new car,
It's a
right?
pretty new car. Yeah, I got it
Damn,
last
that's
year.
even scarier.
Wow.
Yeah, got it last. Right before I moved down here.
What happened? Like, how did the end of that interaction go? Like when you were
Okay,
like,
bye.
He kept telling me he was like, if anything comes of it, like later he was like shoot me a text. I've got a really good body shop. We don't have to get insurance involved. And I was like, okay. I was like, I definitely will. I was like, don't do that again. Have a good night. It was really awkward.
so like, did your
I was-
your rage, as soon as you saw there was no damage, did you like immediately like,
No, I was pissed.
oh, you were still,
Yeah.
because you're like, I just chased this guy for fucking 30 minutes and
Yeah.
now I didn't have to.
Like but I was also like, just don't run. Don't,
Yeah.
Like just pull over.
Oh, absolutely.
It was very easy
I
because
just, like, I
we did
feel
the
like
same thing
I-
that we could have done like 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah. I feel like
It was the
I
same
would
outcome.
have, like when I got out of my car, when I got hit in the throughway, I got out livid.
Yeah.
And then when I realized there was no damage, I was like, oh.
You calm down.
I was like, no worries, I don't care. But granted, they didn't run.
Maybe I should have. But
I think I would just start crying. I don't think I would have a rage.
when
I
he
think I would just been
first-
like scared.
when he first hit me, I was thinking about getting out of the car to look, but I was like, I'm like, this is an interstate, and not only an interstate, this is I-4. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna get out in the middle of I-4.
Right.
People
Like,
do all the time.
I guess
You probably
yeah.
could have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you know what? Not to blame this on you, but I'm gonna partially blame it on you, as a man.
As he does.
I think that maybe you not getting out of the car there,
Like
he was
giving him
like-
time.
he was like
He was
maybe
like, oh,
he
she's.
was like either one, she doesn't care, or then he started thinking maybe I can get away.
Because maybe he saw that you didn't have damage since he was in front of you.
Maybe.
And so he was like, oh, maybe
Maybe.
I didn't even hit her. Like maybe even like
Yeah.
thought, oh, I didn't hit her. That was just me. I don't know. You know.
Was you said there was a line of cars? Was he? Did he just like start moving forward? Wasn't paying
I
attention?
guess.
And like,
I don't even know. Yeah, because we were sitting there for like a
I'll
good
bet there-
2 minutes at a
yeah.
red light.
Oh, I'll bet
not
there wasn't
moving.
any damage to his car either. Then.
It was the loudest noise. Like,
Oh, I mean, metal on metal.
I
It
guess,
would be,
yeah.
Yeah.
like I fully, when I was chasing him down, I thought I was gonna get out and I wasn't gonna have like a bumper or something.
That would have been crazy.
I thought it was gonna be like a wreck.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that he either one thought that you didn't notice or you didn't care, which that's fucked. Or two, because you didn't get out, he had enough time to think
I can get away.
I can get away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of car? Never mind. Don't
So here's the license plate.
yeah, here's
It
the
was
license plate,
two.
color, make, model.
I still have the pictures just so I can
Oh
like
my God.
Show
look at
us
them
after.
and
Yeah,
think,
yeah. You want to take it to
True.
trivia? I have
Yeah.
other things that I more research that I did, but we'll talk about that
Oh,
another
God.
time.
Okay,
We'll get you on here again.
good.
Trivia. I got it up already. Do you have any more before I just take it away?
No, that was
Yeah.
very.
I wanted to end with that. Wait,
Christ.
she told me this the other day at work. Yesterday at work. Was it?
That's it, been or 2 days ago, something.
Yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the computer, and I'm like, I need to remember this for the podcast. And I
You wrote it down on
grabbed
a
out
sticky
a
note.
piece of receipt paper, and I wrote down car crash, and I stuck it in my pocket.
That's so
and then
funny.
I was talking to Meg and Caitlin today.
I
And I was like, look what I wrote down. And I like showed them. I was
You were
like, to
ready for
remember
it.
this.
Yeah.
So
I
I was like, I
genuinely-
need to remember this.
I don't have a dash cam, but like I almost want to get one now. Just
Oh, you
because of
have
that.
to get one now, yeah.
Not even because like if something like happens like that, I can look back and prove something, but just because I wish I could show people this car chase that I was in.
That would be awesome.
Just be like,
That's
look
so
what I
funny.
did.
That's wild.
In the McDonald's line. Hey, get out your fucking car!
I
He's
did, and
just
that's
like,
what I told.
huh?
That's what I told. That's what I told Caitlin. I was like, I'm not big on the whole like. I
the
don't.
hesitation of, did I chase the wrong car?
No, I literally for a second.
That's
I
so
was like, oh,
funny.
shit.
That's the best part.
No, because I'm not big on. I don't swear a whole lot, just
Right.
because that's who I am. But I was fully like, get the fuck out of your car right now.
That's
Oh my
Crazy.
god, that's
Poor
that's
kid.
wild. That is so crazy to me.
I scared him.
And this happened at night, like
night.
after you were after.
Yeah, it was
work.
like not 8
Isn't
o'clock.
it
9
like
o'clock.
you weren't scared of who was gonna
Yeah.
come out of the car?
Especially since I heard this actually. I heard you're fucking blind and you can't see at night.
cannot see. I'm night blind. I have
Yeah.
night blindness.
Girl, you were about to take on a full like gang member and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You're like, get out your car. He goes, say that again. And you're like, I take it back. I
Yeah.
followed you for 20 minutes. It's okay.
Tell you,
But you can't see.
not at night.
Hey,
How are you?
half
getting
the
home?
day is at night. What is?
I go to sleep at 9:30. I'm a grandma.
You can't see?
No,
We're getting close to like you need to go to hibernation soon. Like,
Yeah.
It's my bedtime.
How do you drive?
I'm very careful at night.
Do you have contacts?
Need them.
Should you?
Probably. I don't know if it would help me in this case, but because it's not the like I can read and see things
Well,
fine.
it's
It's not.
light in
we've
here.
given all this
It's-
information about this guy, but now he's like writing all this down to prove it
She's
back.
like, she can't even see
She doesn't
me.
even
What is she
know
talking
it was
about?
me.
Taking your ass to court.
It's more so like when I'm on a road, if there's a very bright light like that, that's all I can see. The light.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
know. I know.
you have astigmatism.
Probably my brother does.
Yeah,
Gesundheit.
that's what I can't see
Yeah.
shit when there's a car coming at me.
Yeah.
But I have glasses.
Like walking through the Pirates of the Caribbean queue, I have to hold on to somebody.
Pirates of the what?
Caribbean?
Kerbin?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Oh, you're saying it different than everybody,
Caribbean.
actually.
No, Caribbean.
You're saying it like caribou. Like what?
Caribou.
Caribou. Kerbin?
Caribbean.
No, Caribbean. My mom says Caribbean.
It's Caribbean
Pirates
or
of the-
Caribbean, depending
You
on.
go to the
It's-
Caribbean, but it is the Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean. You can go to the Caribbean.
Yeah, I'm more like that. I'm the other way.
Hell yeah!
Finally agree!
Let's
Agreed
go. Anyways, yeah,
Anywho.
you should really get that fixed. Go see an eye doctor. For the love
Trivia.
of God.
Run
Trivia.
trivia.
Yeah.
Before you prove yourself worse
so,
than your own
Annabelle, like I
case.
explained, we are competing for points, Lauren and I.
Okay.
Woo.
You are competing for bragging rights.
Okay.
So if you get it right and we don't, you get the bragging rights.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
That's a lot of cred.
Pick a number. Any number.
8.
8's a good number. 2, 4, 6, 8. Ooh, you might know this and I probably won't.
Bring it.
What
Who
did, wait,
did-
pause. Sorry.
Yes?
Before you, do we just like shout it out?
No, sorry.
No.
We write it down.
We write down. If you want to write it, just so you
Yeah,
remember your
if
answer,
you
you
just wanna
can.
think
But
of your
just like
answer, you can
think
do
of
that
your
too.
answer,
Okay.
and then we'll do like a review.
Okay. Sounds good.
Who did Han Solo call an old smoothie?
Mm.
I got nothing. I gotta think of a fucking name.
Oh.
now. You know it? Are you a big Star Wars fan?
I sure am.
Oh, we talked about this.
Damn, you probably got me.
I mean, I think I know. It.
Old smoothie. Old smoothie.
Really embarrassing now if I don't.
Fuck,
We'll
what's his
call
name?
an old smoothie.
Oh.
Okay, I'm
Damn it,
I'm
damn it,
locked
damn it,
in.
damn it. Hold on.
I've got an answer. I'm not confident.
I'm trying to remember his name.
How confident are you?
The more I think about it, the less confident I get.
That's
I don't
usually
think
how
this is his
thinking
name,
works.
but I'm thinking of. Okay.
Okay, Annabelle, what'd you say?
I would say Lando Calrissian.
So I wrote
That's
Jabba
probably-
first, and that was I
I
put
wrote
in
Jabba.
I put in Cassian because I couldn't remember his. I was like Cassian, whatever. Cassian was my second answer choice because I was like, I think it's actually him, but
Yeah. That's the only person I could think of.
Lando Calrissian.
is
that
it
true?
really?
Yep.
What did you say?
I said Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's the only
looks
other
like a
name that I can.
smoothie.
Yeah, he looks like a booger. That's what he looks
Yeah,
like.
but I was like,
Damn,
fuck,
that's,
what's his
how did I
name?
not think of that? I've only seen Star Wars once.
There's
to be
one thing
fair.
I can do at Star Wars.
Okay, well,
That's
there
it.
you go.
Mhm.
So I guess arguably, what did you said you wrote it down
I
as your second
currently
answer?
am beating your ass, actually.
Yeah,
but
no, you won last week.
oh,
so
this is a start.
it's a
okay.
new
I
start.
feel like
Yeah.
Cassian is pretty close to Calrissian.
Mm-hmm. I merged them. I will show you too.
Yeah, show me exactly what you wrote down.
That's my note.
See, but you wrote down Jabba first.
Because I couldn't remember the name of Cal. You don't have to give me a point.
That other
Give
guy.
her the point. No points given this week.
No points.
Somebody's sensitive that he was wrong.
You were also wrong. Hold on, I have to write it all down. So I have literally 256 weeks of trivia in this one note. I keep track of everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I start a new one every time we do this. So I've got about 500 pages of notes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and Annabelle, where can the people find you? Where can they follow you?
On Instagram, it is my name, Annabelle.Kessinger.
So I read it on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Next question.
Good luck,
That's
bitches.
You can find me.
Annabelle. What?
Annabelle.Kessinger.
Okay.
That's my full legal birth name. It's the same thing on TikTok. Ew. That's it.
Woo.
Okay.
Plug
Yeah.
the Tic Tac.
Anywhere else? Anything else you wanna?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your eat of the week? What's the best thing you had to eat
Forgot to think about this.
this week?
Last night I had at Applebee's and I got this burger. It was really good.
What burger?
And a smash burger. I don't know.
You know,
I was just having this
Hot
conversation.
take.
Yeah.
smash burgers, latest trend, right? They're big.
What is that?
I don't like them.
You-
They just-
it's
that's when they,
literally
like-
what it sounds like.
They
Like,
literally
Oh, they
just crush.
flatten
Yeah,
it?
they flatten the
What's
burger.
that ruins it.
Yeah, I agree.
I love a smash burger.
You get less burger.
Yeah, I like it nice and fluffy.
I love a
as
thick burger.
thin as you can get it.
That
But then it's
then
not
it's
even
just
that
like
rare
then
either.
it's just like burnt crispiness.
That's what-
Yes. Correct.
I don't get the rave.
I love them.
Good for you.
And Applebee's has a really good one.
I mean, I'll eat them, but I just don't get it. I don't think they're better than a regular burger.
yeah. Ooh, the cookie at Gideon's this week was very
What
good.
kind?
Or this week, this month. It
Oh, you had like the
the February one.
Okay, I've never had one of their. I always get the peanut butter
Yeah.
or the
I've
cookies and
never
cream.
It
been
was
to Gideon's
he-
before. You see that line? I don't like cookies. I'm not
Worth-
gonna go
oh,
in.
I was gonna say it's
just
worth
I
it.
literally
to
have, like-
see it.
I have Gideon's art in my apartment.
That's
I
crazy.
love Gideon's.
Their cookies are gas.
So good.
Blech.
Anyway, this month it was key lime white chocolate, and it was
Damn, that
Ugh.
sounds bougie.
so good.
I don't like white chocolate.
That was also very good. Yeah.
Well, that does sound cookie and smash burger.
Cookie
What's on the
burger.
smash burger? You put bacon on it?
No, it was cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion.
Classic
Ketchup.
burger.
It was very much so a classic.
Lauren, how about you?
You can find me at lou.mcdonald. That is L2U's.mcdonald, not W, 2 U's. And that's the only place you can find me. And my eat of the week is I went to the new Polynesian restaurant in the
In the
tower.
tower?
It is very
And
good.
went to the bar there.
is
And oh
very
my
good.
God, it's banging.
You've been there too?
I have.
What the hell?
It's banging. The drinks are banging. The view,
Banging?
banging.
Banging.
Oh! Yeah, dog.
Very
It was
good.
fucking fire.
Really?
I would
What'd you
go
get?
there. I would go there again.
I got a
Smash burger.
Smash burger. No, I got a teriyaki chicken slider They had two sliders.
Yo, teriyaki chicken's got to be one of the best kinds of chicken out there.
So good. And then I got a passion fruit and pineapple daiquiri, I think, to go with it. And it came in like a cute little like glass and everything.
Interesting.
But yeah, the view looks over the lake and you
water.
can see directly to the castle.
The
There's no
castle's
island or
there, you
anything
can watch
blocking it.
fireworks.
And they've got
bar.
hammocks all in front of it. And it's a really
Very
nice
nice.
bar.
Wow.
So 10 out of 10, recommend. New restaurant.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What about you?
You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky. My eat of the week is Riley and I have been on a crock pot kick lately, making a lot of crock pot meals.
You guys are always on a crock pot.
Love a good crock pot meal. It's so easy. Toss it in there, walk away, and you come back and it's delicious. We recently, it's very simple. We just threw, like little smokies, just like those little tiny wieners. Tossed a bunch of those in there with sweet and spicy barbecue sauce.
Love.
And just cranked it up,
Love.
let it cook, and ooh, delicious.
Interesting.
So good. Yeah, I had them for lunch yesterday. 10 out of 10.
Slay.
Banging, as one would say.
Banging.
Banging.
As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSGPod, that is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast, and on Instagram at The Shuffle_podcast. Watch our clips and reels. And you can subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Annabelle, thank you so much for joining us this
Woo,
week.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it.
It's been a pleasure.
We
It
had-
was so
we had a
fun.
pleasure.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was a
our
good
pleasure having
time.
you. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, can't get the words out.
Happens.
Yeah.
Happens.
But anyways, we will talk at you guys. Lauren and I will talk at you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.